growing up in an Italian family, you always love your mama's sauce all the time. Well, back in the 80s, I was my mom's house. They would have a coffee and some Italian bread toasted, and I looked in the refrigerator. I couldn't find any butter, and my mother said, "Well, look in the freezer in the garage. There's some Breakstone butter." And I said, "Okay, Mom." So I went in there, and this freezer was gigantic. It was like a giant refrigerator. So I went in there looking for it, and I really couldn't find it. And then I pulled out the bottom basket, which was huge, and I was going through it. And then I found the butter. And I told my mom, "Yeah, I found the butter." And then I was about to close the basket. I saw in the right-hand corner was this big, like, white plastic jar. So I lifted it up. I brought it into the house. I said, "Mom, what's in here?" And she goes, "Oh my God." I was like, "What? What is it?" She goes, "That's your grandmother's sauce." I was like, "You're kidding me." And she goes, "No." So we opened up the jar, we defrosted it, and went upstairs and put it on the stove upstairs in the kitchen. And my mother was saying, "Your father's gonna flip out when he smells this sauce," because my grandmother died like 5 years before that, and she always made the best sauce and never gave out her secret ingredients. So anyway, I mean, a lot of people try to copy it, family members, but they couldn't perfect it. But anyway, we started cooking it, and then I got some fresh Italian bread, and we waited for my dad to come home, and I was in the living room where he couldn't see me. And then when he started walking up the stairs, he stopped dead in his tracks, and I could see his face. And then I approached him as he got to the top of the stairs, and I gave him a big hug. And he was like, "What's going on? What do I smell?" I said, "Dad, you're smelling your mom's sauce." And then he ran into the kitchen, and just like a scene out of The Godfather, he broke a piece of the Italian bread and dunked it in the sauce. And as he was eating it, he had tears in his eyes. And he's going, "Where did you get this?" I said, "Dad, I found it in the freezer." He goes, "You're kidding me." He goes, "I didn't know it was there." I said, "We all didn't know." So we sat down and we started eating, and it was just enough for all the family members. It's perfect portions. It was amazing. And then I was telling my father, I said, "Well, at least the Lord is eating Grandma's good sauce." And my father was saying, "Well, I thought we're in spirit. We don't eat." I said, "Well, who knows?" I said, "But I remember reading that when our Lord died, when he rose after the third day, when he was walking through the streets of Jerusalem, he asked the apostles for some food. He was hungry. So who knows?" But anyway, there's nothing like your mama's sauce. Just wanted to put that out there. And God bless you all.